Hey y'all, it's your girl Barbie J here. Welcome to my channel, June BLC. Hey there everybody, it's your girl Barbie J here with the recap and review of Tyler Perry's comedy drama, Sistas, Season 8, Episode 4, Showing Out. Now who was showing out? Was it Hudson or Andy or Danny, or maybe it was on Paige. And then we have Fatima, you know. Oh, maybe it was Hayden because he was trying to show out, but Zach was about to show him. Anyway, before we get started, if you're new here, if you're returning here and you have not subscribed to this channel as of yet, please take a moment right now, hit that subscribe button, then hit the notification bell and select all, and it'll let you know every time I upload any new content to this channel, and it'll let you know also whenever I go live, which is on Thursday night. That's right. Tonight we go live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then I ask that you hit that like button, give me the thumbs up, write a comment, and join the conversation, then share because sharing is caring. Now, I thought this episode was pretty good. It kept moving, but I hate when it goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I know that's what they have to do, but it drives me crazy. I like to just get everything out about one person, then get everything out about the next, but then you don't know if each person is going to be in the next scene. I got it. I get it. But it was just, to me, this week's episode was too much moving back and forth. And let me tell you another thing. I don't like how Hudson put his hands on Andy too many times. As a domestic violence survivor, I know I don't play that. It was like he grabbed on her like 2 or 3 times and she didn't say a damn thing. But I'll get to that in a minute. So now we have Hudson and Andy. They're in the hospital. And he's preventing her from seeing Gary. And Hudson got so much to say about Andy as if he really knows her, which he does not. And she lets him know that as well. He only knows what Gary has told him. And he grabs on Andy, which I told y'all about 2 or 3 times, and I didn't like it. And to me, she should have like smacked him or something, like, get off me, or yell, don't touch me, or he's abusing me, make a scene so people could see him, And then he lets her know that he always thought she was going to be a problem, and he told Gary, but Gary was so blinded by love, and she's like, love? Oh, please. Gary was too busy buying her, and he couldn't be blinded by love because Gary was messing with all these different women. He had like 3 wives. He had a wife in jail. He had a wife that's pregnant. He got Andy engaged to, come on. So Hudson, I don't know what he's lying about, but y'all, I'm telling you, I think Hudson the one who was trying to kill Gary. That's all I know. Why would he marry her and then give him the power of attorney? Oh, because Andy probably would have said, yes, do not resuscitate. I would have done that. I don't know about the rest of y'all. So anyway, when he grabs on her like that 3rd time, Officer Clyde comes over there and saying, hey, what's going on here? Making all this noise. And she said, I'm here to see my fiance. But not before Hudson get on his case because he's saying, oh, you're supposed to be the one here blocking her from getting in and watching the door. Where have you been? He said, I was out eating. He told about, he was hungry, so he went to get some food. And he proceeds to describe his meal and beverage in detail. I tell you, they standing there looking at him. Hudson's getting mad. Andy kind of laughing to herself. And then she finally tells him, I'm here to see my fiance. And he's like, oh, boy, this is your fiance? Yeah. He said, then why are you standing out here? Come in. And then that's when Hudson says that she can't go in because he has Gary's power of attorney. Now, what does the power of attorney mean? Does that mean that she can't see him? Because the power of attorney is like you make decisions for the person, but why can't the fiance see him? Hudson being a real something or whatever. And what's so strange is that, so Andy decides she gonna leave and walk away. And then all of a sudden, Hudson grabs her again and is telling her that she could stay. Maybe you need to see him. Maybe you need to be the one to see your fiance. I said, ain't this something? I'm like, Andy, don't do it. Don't go in there. I'm telling you, because something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. And that's just what happened. Because she walks in there. She finally goes in there to see Gary. And she's sitting there looking at him, and she's like, I don't like seeing you like this. And she started to remember when she first fell in love with him and all this stuff. And she's doing all this talking out loud. She should have talked to her damn self. but she talking out loud. I said, there could be an audio recording in there somewhere. I don't know. That's how I was thinking. But I was like, Andy, shut up and just say the stuff in your head. And then all of a sudden, Gary's eyes opened up and then he started convulsing. Boom, 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 and stuff was coming out. I said, oh my goodness. And she's like, somebody help, help, somebody help. All of a sudden, Hudson runs in and grabs her again and throws her back. That's the fourth time he put his hands on her and threw her back. I said, see? And then the other people came in, whoever the other people, hospital personnel. But come on, y'all. I'm sorry. But Hudson put his hands on her too many times. And Andy's so stupid, she should be saying something. That is abuse. That is abuse. That is part of domestic violence. I don't care what nobody says. Anywho. Next, we have Robin and Fatima. They standing by that reception area at the law firm, and he asking her about the call that she was making, and Fatima didn't tell him. And then he talked about her and Andy, being friends as well as work colleagues and stuff. And and then she's like, well, what does that have to do with anything? And Robin said he's just trying to protect her as well, But Fatima's like, you say. And he's like, have I given you a reason to think otherwise? And she said, well, can I be honest and not get fired? And he said, please do. So then she asked the receptionist to give them a moment. I'm like, why couldn't y'all just move and go somewhere else in an office or something? But you make the receptionist move. So when the phones ring, then what? Anyway. So she let him know how she felt about him. And then he let her know why he was back in town. And also why he gave Hayden Andy's caseload and why he has her working with Hayden. And she told him that she can't do it. And he told her, yes, she can and she will. But she had cussed at one point and said, oh, wait a minute. No, I apologize. That was unprofessional. That was this. That. He's like, okay, I get it. But then when he said, okay, get back to work, he walked away. Here come Hayden over there bothering her, chasing her through the office till they get into the, what was that? A conference room. And he's annoying her in the conference room. It's like he is unbelievable. That's why he would never make a manager. You know who Hayden's like? He's like a freaking Trump. When they get into power, get some power, they're going to act stupid and get even with this one and get even with that one and do this and do that. I don't like people like that. Be professional. Be a man, but they don't know how to do stuff like that. Anywho, while they're in the conference room, Zach shows up with food. Hayden gonna snatch the bag, like, what you got? And he snatched it back, and Hayden was just being ridiculous, disruptive, disgusting, annoying, And he's like, oh, she didn't tell you, like, I'm her boss now and all this stuff. And Zach was like he wanted to hit him. He said, do I have to drag your ass back down and show you them steps again? I was dying. I got a flashback of them steps. And he was yelling, help, kid, call security. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm trying to stop laughing. But, I mean, really, Hayden kept being real stupid and ignorant. And I was getting annoyed with him. So he finally left. And then, Fatima and Zach were talking. And it seemed like they came to the conclusion that, like, maybe, just maybe, that Robin had something to do with Gary's death. Because Fatima still thinks that Robin is trying to keep her busy and keep her away from Andy. And I'm like, is that what he's really trying to do? Y'all put it down in the comment section if y'all think that. I was believing him what he said, why he was there and wanted Fatima to work with him to watch Hayden and make sure Andy's caseload and stuff doesn't get messed up. I really believed him when he said it. I don't have any reason not to think that. But I tell you one thing that happened in that conference room that I didn't like the way Hayden was acting. And he was like, you got 5 minutes, get this felon out of my office. Do you hear that, Fatima? Do you hear me, Fatima? Your boss is telling you to get him out. You hear me? And she's like, yes, Hayden. He said, good girl. No, she's not a good girl. You know what I mean? Come on. She was like, get on my face, Hayden. No, I would have punched him in his face. You don't call me. To me, in an office setting like that, you're not supposed to demean the employees or call women girls and call the men boys. I don't think you're supposed to. So I really felt like Fatima should have checked him on that. So now here we have a scene that I kind of liked, and it's with Danny and Tony. And Tony comes up to her, at the airport saying, hey, babe, remember I told you I had a surprise? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, I don't see no box. I don't see no gift. Where is it? What is it? He gives her this brochure and pamphlet. And it's about some, what is it? The Higher Airline Leadership Program. And she's like, what is this? And he's like, oh, this is the Higher Airline. It takes you to the next level, like in management, like I am and stuff. So she's like, okay. And she's like, all right, what does it entail? And he's like, weekends and overtime and luncheons and conferences and food is served. And she's like, oh, so this is paid, because that sounds like a lot of work. No, it's not paid. She was like, is this a joke? She is not in care. She's like, all these months you've been dating me and you thought this was what a surprise is that would make me happy. And she had to let him know, I'm not interested in moving up in this career and being around a bunch of stuffed shirts and suits and all of this stuff. She let him know. And he was like, wow, well, I guess I don't get it. And y'all, then he got stupid. He proceeded to throw up in her face that Karen got a new shop and Sabrina got promoted at the bank and Andy's up for a promotion. And she's like, well, that's good for them. But I'm not interested in doing that. I could not believe him. I wanted to slap him or spit in his face. I just was like, wow, really, Tony? And then he said, well, I thought you wanted to better yourself like them. She said, whoa, better myself? And he said, wait, I didn't mean it like that. And she was done. At that point, she was done. But I believe deep down, she was hurt. And she had to let him know, I am a grown woman and I don't need you to help me make any of my decisions. And I was like, you tell him, Danny, put him in check. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry, or something like that. I was like, So she did say, you really done it this time. He was stepping over the line. He was out of bounds, if you ask me. And Danny let him know, I don't know who this woman is you think I am or want me to be, or whoever, your ex-wife or whatever, but I'm not her. I'm not her. And maybe you need to go find her and date her. And I was like, you tell him, girl. You tell him. And so now we're over at Brookhaven Bank and Trust. And we have Sabrina and Maurice talking. And you can see that they got a new makeover or something in that bank. It looks a whole lot different. It looks nice. I like the bright colors and everything. But we have them talking, and Maurice wants to know what happened at the wedding and how did Gary get stabbed and da 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 da. And he's like, he had it coming to him. He deserved it, especially the way he acted at that baby shower. Nobody liked him, blah blah blah, and all that stuff. So he's going on, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Paige shows up and she says she wants to get justice. And she was like, who did you get to do it? You couldn't get this position on your own, so you got somebody else to do it. And she was telling them what the person said that she did, and Maurice was almost mouthing it, like giving it away that he knew what she was going to say. And Sabrina's like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I got this on my own merit and blah, blah, blah. And she know good and well she didn't. She know good and well she got kicked out of the game because of Maurice. And she should feel bad. I really think she should. And so Paige told her, she said, I got my attorney and they called corporate and they have zero proof that I did this. And she's saying that she has a reason to be at the bank, like she's still an employee. And Sabrina told her, if you don't have a piece of paper or something telling me that, right now you're not an employee, you need to leave the bank. She said, if you could come back with proof, then everything is okay. But see, Maurice needs to roll it back, because Maurice started saying stuff and acting up. Y'all know how Maurice acts silly and stuff. That's supposed to be some comedy relief or something. But sometimes it's a bit too much and it's annoying. And he was in there saying stuff and acting like Becky, talking like her. She said, I don't talk like that, and all this stuff. But he was acting like he wanted to fight her. And Sabrina's like, please, please. And then she was like, is he the one that did it? Paige is like, did he do it? And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. So she got Paige to leave. Then she went in her office and Maurice came in there and she started pouring out her little soul. Sabrina was basically breaking down and sharing with Maurice her hurts and her pains. And she's like tired of being blamed for stuff that she didn't do. And she's tired of putting others above herself. But because she told him about being in the interrogation room and they're trying to blame her for stabbing Gary and stuff. And now I guess Paige is trying to blame her for this. And But you know who's to blame? And she's like, I'm tired of getting blamed for stuff. But, I'm like, Maurice is the one that got you in this situation again. So, but he gave her some good advice and calmed her down and let her know she still got tomorrow. She's not dying today. She got something to live for. And then you could see the tears rolling down her face. And, she finally calmed down and said she loved him. And he said he loved her and everything. And he didn't want to shake her hand or whatever, saying that's nasty. He's so silly. But anyway, that's how that scene went. And lastly, we have, oh my God. We have the salon with Karen and Pam. Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my. When a female client comes in complaining about the Roots to Riches product and stuff, and she takes off her hat and her edges are missing, they were like, ooh. Y'all remember what I said? I said it. I said they are holding their hand and clutching the pearls like, oh my goodness, the girlfriend's edges are gone. And they're like, how we know that the product did that? We don't know they did that. She's like, they selling this busted product. It's cheap, fake this and all that. And she's complaining, that's all I used on my edges. And now I don't have no edges. I look like Chili from TLC. And that's when Pam laughed and Karen hit her like, shut up, I was like, I gotta now look at Chili. I was like, Chili didn't have no edges, y'all. Somebody put it down in the comment section. I can't even remember right now. But anyway, the lady was yelling stuff and trying to scream to the clients, and they're telling the clients don't listen to her. And Karen's telling her to calm down. We trying to help you, but we can't help you when you acting this way. And and she was like, I'm going to have to tell you to get out. Get out? Oh, I'm going to tell all my followers with you. I'm in here with the salon owner. Because first she asked Pam, was she the owner? And Pam was like, huh? And she's like, I want to talk to the owner. She made a scene and Karen came over and she said, I don't want to talk to, are you the owner or another support staff or whatever she was calling them? I was like, this lady is rude. But I know she's mad that her edges was jacked up. They wasn't jacked up. They was missing, y'all. She was bald edges. Oh, Lord, it was so funny. So she was saying, they done gave me aloe vera. He was like, Karen's like, aloe vera? You mean alopecia? Whatever it is. So next thing you know, Pam is saying that she's the co-owner because she's like, I'm talking to the owner. She said, well, I'm the co-owner of Roots to Riches. She said, oh, so it's your fault. Okay, so I'm going to sue you and her and for everything you got in the salon unless you give me $400,000. They was like, what? This lady was bugging. She sure was, because she could have mixed it with two other things or something and caused it to happen. You don't know what she could have used to cause it to happen. I wonder if somebody's setting them up, though, to make the business fail. Y'all think about that as well. But another thing that was happening before the client came in, is that Pam is annoying Karen about getting that business plan together. And she's like, it ain't something you could just do overnight. It's not that easy, I got to give something to Miss Marie. Well, you should have had it together back then, Pam, and you should be helping Karen with it. And then, as I told y'all, it ended with that whole scene in the hospital with Gary having the convulsions and everybody coming to run in there to help him. So that let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I thought it was pretty okay. It wasn't like spectacular, but it was good. It moved along. Y'all give me your 2 cents down in the comment section, and I will see you all in the next video. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. It's your girl, Barbie J, saying peace.